Welcome back, dear students. We have successfully completed with our first chapter. Let us move for the second chapter, Banking Institutions. In this chapter, we will start with meaning and constitution of the banking institutions. This will be our first session. Coming to the banking institutions, what does it represent? The financial system is a complex in structure and function throughout the world. It includes many types of institutions, and one of it is banks. The other institutions which are included are insurance companies, mutual funds, stock and bond markets, and so on, all of which are regulated by government. Coming to the meaning of a bank. The word bank comes from an Italian word banca and from a French word banque, both meaning a bench or money exchange tables. A bank is a business that borrows and lends money. It borrows money from customers called as depositors. It lends money to other customers called borrowers. It pays fees to the depositors and collects fees from the borrowers. This fees is called as interest. Coming to the definition of a bank, according to the Banking Regulation Act 1949, Section 5, subsection 1b, a bank is defined as under the accepting for the purpose of lending or investment of the deposit of money from the public repayable on demand or otherwise and withdrawable by check, draft, order or by check, draft, order or otherwise. Coming to the meaning of the function banking, it means accepting for the purpose of lending or investment deposits of money from the public, repayable on demand or otherwise, and withdrawal by check, draft, or otherwise. Then coming to the meaning of banking institution. Banking institution means any state or national bank, state or federal savings and loan association, mutual savings bank, or state or federal credit union, or any of their holding companies. Then, the definition of a banking institution. The term banking institution is as used in this part shall be construed to mean any bank, trust company, bank and trust company, stock savings bank or mutual savings bank which is now or may hereafter be organized under the laws of the state. Coming to the characteristics of a bank or which is also regarded as features of bank. First one, it may be an individual, firm or a company. It is a profit and service oriented institution. It acts as a connecting link between the borrowers and lenders. It deals with money. It accepts deposits from public. It provides advances, loans and credit to customers. Then comes the constitution of banks. The modern banking in India originated in the last decade of the 18th century. Among the first banks were the Bank of Hindustan, which was established in 1770 and liquidated in 1829 to 32, a process of 5 years, and the General Bank of India, established in 1786, but which failed in 1791. The largest and the oldest bank which is still in existence is the State Bank of India. It originated and started working as the Bank of Calcutta in mid June 1806. In 1809, it was renamed as Bank of Bengal. This was one of the three banks founded by a presidency government. The other two were the Bank of Bombay in 1840 and the Bank of Madras in 1843. These three banks were merged in 1921 to form the Imperial Bank of India, which upon India's independence became the State Bank of India in 1955. For many years, the presidency banks had acted as quasi central banks, as did their successors, until the Reserve Bank of India was established in 1935 under the Reserve Bank of India Act of 1934. Double In 1960, the State Banks of India was given control of 8 state-associated banks under the State Bank of India, that is a Subsidiary Banks Act 1959. These are now called as its associate banks. In 1969, the Government of India nationalized almost 14 major private banks. One of the big banks was Bank of India. In 1980, 6 more private banks were nationalized. These nationalized banks are the majority of lenders in the Indian economy. They dominate the banking sector because of their large size and widespread networks. The constitution of banks in India falls under the 6 broad categories. First one, public sector banks, regional rural banks, cooperative banks, private banks, small finance banks, and payment banks. We will take up each of these types of banks in the coming sessions. So let's all meet again in our next sessions and to learn more about the banking institutions. Thank you. Meet you again. Take care. Bye.